So, in the world of pharmaceuticals, you've got this constant high-stakes tug of war. On one side, you have this incredible pressure to innovate, to get new, life-saving treatments out the door faster than ever. But on the other side, you have this absolute, ironclad need for safety and regulation.
And that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? The tech world has this mantra, move fast and break things. But in pharma, breaking things can have devastating consequences. You just can't. So how do you solve this puzzle? How do you get the speed without the risk? Let's dive in.
Well, the answer isn't about choosing one or the other. It's not speed or safety. It's about completely reinventing the engine. It's about fundamentally changing how your people, your processes, and your technology all work together to deliver both at the same time.
Okay, so where do we even begin? The first big piece of this puzzle is a complete overhaul of how teams are built and how they work. We're rewriting the playbook.
Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about Agile. The same mindset that powers the fastest tech companies is now being carefully adapted for the super-regulated world of pharma, what's called the GxP environment. That just stands for Good Practice Guidelines. This means you're pulling people from R&D, manufacturing, quality, all into one team with one mission. And this is not just a simple copy and paste job. Oh no, the whole system is customized. Sprint planning doesn't just look at features, it has a compliance backlog. Those quick daily meetings, they're used to catch quality risks before they become problems. And the results? They're staggering. We're seeing a 15 to 30% jump in development speed, not by cutting corners, but by making quality part of the daily routine.
And then there's this other really cool idea, liquid teams. Just picture this. Instead of locking your top experts into one project for years, you have this pool of incredible talent, your specialists, and they flow like water to wherever the biggest challenges are, maximizing their impact across the whole organization.
So how do you manage that? Well, this visual shows it perfectly. You create these things called centers of excellence, or COEs. Think of them like a home base, a deep reservoir of expertise for specific skills. They build the talent and the best practices, and then they deploy that talent out to the projects that need it most. It's a really smart way to leverage your best people.
And this isn't just some theory on a whiteboard. Look at the data here. These new team models are, by their very nature, more flexible and adaptable. That's why they are absolutely crushing it when it comes to adopting hybrid and remote work. They're not just changing how they work, but where they work, which is a total game changer for attracting the best talent from anywhere in the world.
Okay, so you've got these incredible new team structures, but that's only half the story. You could argue the harder and maybe more important part is managing the people side of this massive shift.
Before you can roll out any amazing new technology, you have to understand the human terrain. You have to map it out. That's what stakeholder mapping is all about. It's like creating a GPS for your change initiative, identifying everyone who's going to be affected so you can anticipate their questions, their concerns, and their needs.
And on that map, you'll generally find two major groups. First, you've got your champions. These are the people who get it. They're influential, they're passionate, and they're going to help you drive this change forward. Then, you've got your pockets of resistance. And it's so important to understand this isn't just people being difficult. Their concerns are often totally valid. They're worried about compliance, about their jobs, about whether the new tech is actually reliable. You have to hear them out.
So how do you navigate all this? You get strategic. A tool like this stakeholder matrix is absolutely brilliant. You literally plot every group based on how much influence they have and how much they care about the change. This lets you focus your energy. That high-influence VP of quality? Yeah, you need to manage that relationship very closely. Other folks might just need a monthly email to be kept in the loop. It's about smart, targeted communication.
All right, this brings us to our third and final pillar, the technology itself. This is the powerful engine that makes all these new teams and processes actually run.
You can think of the modern smart factory in pharma like a layered cake or a pyramid. It's a tech stack where each layer builds on the one below it, getting smarter and more powerful as you go up. So let's quickly walk through the layers. At the very bottom, you've got your foundation, the cloud infrastructure, which has to be secure and compliant. On top of that, you have data management, which is where cool stuff like IoT sensors and digital twins live, basically creating a perfect virtual copy of your factory. Then you get to the real brains, the AI and machine learning layer. This is what turns all that data into predictions. And wrapped around the whole thing, a bulletproof security layer. That part is absolutely non-negotiable.
And this quote right here just nails it. We are making a huge leap. It's about moving away from dashboards that just tell you what happened last week. Now we're talking about systems that can predict a problem before it happens, and then automatically adjust things to prevent it. It's a total transformation.
And look at the real-world impact. We're not talking about tiny improvements. By putting these AI-powered systems in place, companies can slash batch failures by a massive 20 to 35%. That saves millions of dollars and, more importantly, ensures product quality.
And of course, none of this works, not a single bit, if you can't trust the system. That's why everything is built with cybersecurity by design. That means using models like Zero Trust, which basically means the system trusts nothing and verifies everything all the time. And sticking to strict industry standards. Security isn't an afterthought, it's baked in from day one.
Okay, let's take a breath. We've talked about new ways of working, the crucial human side of change, and the powerful tech engine. So now, let's put all those pieces together and see the final formula.
Here it is, all in one spot. It's a three-legged stool. You need the new ways of working, those agile and liquid teams to get you speed with safety. You need to win hearts and minds to make sure people actually come along for the ride. And you need the smart factory tech to power the whole thing with intelligence. You take one away, and the whole thing falls over.
Because, at the end of the day, all of this, all the tech, the new org charts, the change management, it all boils down to one simple, powerful mission. It's not just about being faster for the sake of being faster. It's about getting life-saving medicines to the patients who need them, both faster and safer than ever before.
When you see how digital, biology, and manufacturing are all starting to merge like this, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? With this new formula in place, what incredible breakthroughs are waiting for us just around the corner?